champion of the world. Abbasov took the throne in a heated battle with then one welterweight world champion, Sebastian Kadastam. It was clear from the opening bell that Abbasov was ready to make one history.
So too Kadastam as Abbasov recommences like a house on fire. Three matches, three finishes. High knee there from Abbasov as Kadastam swings wildly with the hands. Last time out, Kadastam retiring the highly rated Gregory Kitchigan at the end of the second round. Like Abbasov, Kadastam is a man who gets stronger as the rounds go on. High on the balls of his feet is the bandit from Sweden. Looks for the outside leg. High kick there. Muay Thai from Kadastam. Let's see what happens if Abbasov gets Kadastam down on his back. High knee there from Abbasov. Muay Thai clinch. Drop down, looking for a leg. And now he's got the champ down. The champ's on his back. Half guard position for Kiamrian Abbasov.
Beautiful combination into that clinch takedown. Looked like a double leg, but once he got the body lock, he was able to reap out the leg and put Kadastam on his back. Let's see if Kadastam can get up out of this.
Abbasov can drop some heavy ground and pound. A 67% finishing rate. 4 subs in 21 wins. 10 knockouts for Abbasov. Where does Kadastam go from here, Mitch?
You can see he's got an overhook on the left side, so he's going to try to get that to an underhook so he can pop over onto his side. That underhook on that side is really going to control you. It's not going to allow you to move out to your side. It's going to keep you flat on your back. He's got to create a little bit of movement here. He was able to get back into full guard. Now he's going to try to work his way up against the fence and start climbing his way back up. Good little hip escape there, and he transfers to an overhook. At least he's up off his side, so now he can start to move. Now he can create a little bit of movement.
Kadastam's last submission win back in 2017, a rear naked choke over Patrick Manicard at PXC. Just the 1 sub in 12 wins, 10 knockouts for a 92% finishing rate for the 29-year-old world champion who is working off his back at the moment.
Abbasov just might choose to hold on to this position right here. Just keep him here, do a little bit of damage with the ground and pound, but not let him move too much. Not risk getting him back up to his feet.
There's always going to be the big question. What would happen if Abbasov got Kadastam down and was on top of him? Finding out just what Kadastam is made of in such a predicament. Gets back to his feet, almost the champion. Oh, guillotine here from Abbasov. Right before the bell. There it is, into the first.
This is what gave,
break it down for us. What do we see in that first round?
This is what gave Kadastam a lot of problems in the match against Kitchigan. Kitchigan was able to hold him down and beat on him in that first round, but his good stand-up work from beautiful leg kick. When he hits you, he moves you. We saw that against Tyler McGuire and Augie Lantani. He moves people when he touches them. Good inside the clinch, but this is where Abbasov wanted to get this match. He wants to press Kadastam up against the circle wall and then start doing this to him, controlling it, putting him on his back, beating him up, softening him up, take him out of that dangerous stand-up that he's so good at, where he hurts so many people, putting him on his back, taking away those big bombs of his.
Second round scheduled for 5 for the welterweight champion. It's been a brilliant night of action here in Jakarta. Inside the Istora Senayan, the hottest ticket in town has been one championship. A real buzz around this event all week. Kadastam wants to keep it standing, use his Muay Thai skills. And he sling the legs of Abbasov. Front kick there from Kadastam. Gloves up high on the champion. Once again, we are scoring as an overall contest, not round by round. 3 judges circle side. Overwhelming percentage of fans on that one Super App fantasy game were tipping Sebastian Katasam for the win. In fact, it was the most lopsided tipping of the night. 76% saying Katasam, 24% for Kiamrian Abbasov. Uppercut to outside thigh kick from Katasam. A lot of power behind that leg kick.
Abbasov answers back with a leg kick of his own, but you can start to see the welt starting to develop on that lead leg of Kiamrian Abbasov. Katasam doesn't seem too concerned about Abbasov catching the leg kick, which is what he said he wanted to do. He wanted to catch the leg kick and just charge him for a double leg.
Inside leg from Abbasov. Katasam's face, high kick off the left leg came agonizingly close. Just brought the forearms up in time, did Abbasov. There's one off the right leg from Katasam. Abbasov already starting to blow a little heavy though, I feel. Not even halfway through the second round. I did say earlier that usually his gas tank gets better as he goes on. Let's keep an eye on that. Overhand elbow from Katasam. Abbasov backs him up. Katasam spins him around, throws a knee to the solar plexus. And Katasam shrugs him off. Downward elbow, hoping to crack the clavicle. So Sai coming into play in the second round here. Driving takedown from Abbasov. The butterfly guard.
Big takedown from Kiamrian Abbasov, but you spoke about the gas tank of Kiamrian Abbasov. He's never been past the third round, never been into those championship rounds before, so he might be a little bit cautious about his possible gas tank depletion.
Right in front of the commentary position of our Indonesian colleagues. Now Chinese colleagues also here tonight. We've 40 countries worldwide. Hope you're enjoying it, folks, wherever you're watching One Championship live from Jakarta, Indonesia.
Looks like there's a little bit of damage on the face of Kiamrian Abbasov. It's leaking all over the chest of Katasam. Good control here right now from Kiamrian Abbasov.
What's Abbasov looking to do here, Dragon?
He's trying to pass into side control. He's trying to get that nice and tight grip. You can see Katasam's breaking away the grip, working his way back up to his feet. Good job. Separate the grip, stand back up. Abbasov's trying to suck the hips away, trying to pull them back down to the mat, but all that work that Katasam's been putting in on his grappling is definitely paying dividends right now. Good balance showcased by the champ.
Crossing elbow, staying vertical is Sebastian Katasam. Drops levels now to Abbasov. Double leg, Kenny sitting down. 120 remains, second round of 5. Downward elbow from Katasam. Overhook on the left arm of Abbasov. Little knee to the inside thigh. Katasam spins him, crossing elbow. Muay Thai stylings again. Abbasov hands on hips momentarily. Let's see if Katasam can get the upper hand now. Get the momentum going with his strike.
Redirect there from Katasam to circle off against the wall. Does look like Abbasov might be slowing down a little bit. I like the body shot tactics of Katasam. Slow down, take that wind out of me even more.
Overhand right from Abbasov. Katasam just systematically, methodically breaks down so many opponents. Left hand Abbasov. He tagged the champion and backed him up. And now Katasam's turn. Left hook to a left roundhouse kick.
A nice little combination. Katasam wore it well, backing up on the back foot. Then he answered back with a big shot.
Jab to outside leg kick for Katasam. Outside leg kick Abbasov. 15 seconds on the clock. Again, both men have landed some very good strikes in this second round.
Looks like Abbasov's cut on the top of his head, on the side right there, on that left side. Looking for one of those elbows landed by Katasam.
Lancing uppercut just on the bell there. 2 down, 3 to go.
That was the elbow right there that sliced open Abbasov. That was beautifully topped with a right elbow. And then Abbasov just lunging forward, landed some big shots. Beautiful transition there, changed levels beautifully. Picked him up, put him back down. Landed some good shots on the bottom too.
platforms at One Championship on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Instagram. Let us know your thoughts on how you're scoring this so far. Abbasov, as we roll into the third of a scheduled 5 in our welterweight world championship main event from the sold out Istora Senayan in Jakarta, Indonesia, for One Championship Dawn of Valor. Cut on the head of Kiamrian Abbasov, maybe courtesy of the elbows from Kazakhstan, the champion. They do share two common opponents, Agalantani, who both men beat, and Luis Sapo Santos, who beat Abbasov but lost to Kazakhstan. Uppercut from Abbasov. Left hook drift away. Out of the Brandon Vera playbook there from Kazakhstan.
Oh, that was a beautiful outside trip by Kiamrian Abbasov to end up in side control.
Work the knees from here, Kiamrian Abbasov. So many options available. Gistan.
The weapon of Kazakhstan's choice. He loves knees from side control. Let's see if Abbasov can soften up Kazakhstan a little bit.
Where does Kazakhstan go from here, Dragon?
Well, I'd like to see him get an underhook on his right, start working off to his side, create a little bit of space. Right now he's trying to hold on to the head. So he's got to take that right arm, dig it under the arm, or he can just muscle his way right off and bench press Abbasov right off of him.
Top position now for Sebastian Kazakhstan. Throws the right hand. Abbasov back to his feet. Oh, boom! Shakalaka! Big takedown from Kiamrian Abbasov. Back to side control.
Beautiful belly to belly right there. Now you're not allowed to throw on the head, neck, or spine, but throwing you on your back, that's all right. That was beautiful.
Cuts the hip in. Throws the knee. That's Kiamrian Abbasov. 3:15 remains, third of 5, a grueling contest for the welterweight title. Again, you see Kazakhstan just closing Abbasov down, trying to negate the Kyrgyzstan warrior, who cuts the hip in again from side control.
See, Abbasov doesn't want to give him that space where Kazakhstan could just throw him off again, so he's staying really tight to this position. Might be able to transfer into a scarf hold if he can block up that arm, but he has to give up the underhook on that side to do so. He might just choose to stay here and drop knees on the Kazakhstan.
4 subs in 21 wins for Kiamrian Abbasov. 1 in 12 for Kazakhstan. Both men who made their pro debuts in 2011.
Might be looking for a crucifix. He's got that arm wrapped up pretty tight. If he can take that arm, if he can take his left arm, push down that right arm of Kazakhstan, he might be able to lock up that arm if he can shove it between his legs.
Been a long time in this position. The champion, Sebastian Kazakhstan. Again, controlling the posture, trying to pin Abbasov to his chest. What's Abbasov looking to do with that right arm there, Mitch, of Kazakhstan?
He's trying to shove it between his legs so he can open up a little bit of space. He's cut him. You can see Kazakhstan's leaking on the right eye right there. Kazakhstan's doing a good job of keeping his arms nice and tight, but you can see that Abbasov is starting to drop these elbows. This is the Achilles heel of the champion. This is where Abbasov knew he was going to have the advantage in the groundwork. Abbasov's got to do a little bit more work here. He's got to soften up the champion. Oh, good job by the champion to get back into half guard. Still a bad spot, though. Abbasov likes this position. He likes it for the ground and pound opportunities.
1 minute remains, third of 5. Half guard position. Abbasov on top of the champion, Sebastian Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan puts him in full guard, closes the guard now.
Good job to get back into full guard, but he's got to do more. He's got to work his way back up. This entire round is going the way of Abbasov. Abbasov's probably going to posture up, look to punch. You can see Katasam's trying to hold onto the head, trying to keep him nice and close so he doesn't take any more damage.
Body shot there from Abbasov.
I like the hips of Katastam. He's trying to stay light on his hip, floating back and forth between the two. But it's hard. Abbasov's just so strong and top-heavy.
10 seconds remaining.
You can see a giant welt developing on the right side of Katastam's face.
There will be some much-needed instructions for the champion now. 1 minute in the corner. Downward elbow from Katastam. Top control from Kiamrian Abbasov.
This was a beautiful display. Look at this outside trip. Just beautifully floats in, sweeps out the leg of Katastam, and that was just pretty much it. It was just all top control. You can see here, this is after the bench press where Katastam was able to get Abbasov off of him, but then just going belly to belly, putting him on his back, beating him up for the rest of the round. Dominant performance in that round from Kiamrian Abbasov.
They apply some Vaseline to the cut on the head of Kiamrian Abbasov. We are now in the deep waters. 4th of 5 for the welterweight world main event of One Championship Tour Novella, live from Jakarta, Indonesia, inside the magnificent Istora Senayan. What has been a phenomenal night of action.
All right.
This crowd is still full. Nobody has left. Everybody wants to see the outcome. On the edge of their seats for this one.
Uncharted water for the challenger here. These are the rounds that the champion lives and breathes in. Oh, big shots landed by Abbasov.
Left hook, high knee uppercut. Here comes Abbasov. House on fire. And look at the backtracking from the champion. Now he throws the elbows. Abbasov opening up. The heavy artillery. Now it looks for a takedown. Hooks the leg of Katastam. And down goes the champ again.
Oh, beautiful combinations into the takedown and then to sit on mount. Katastam's got to be careful giving up his back like that.
Katastam did not expect Abbasov to come out firing as he did. Full mount for Kiamrian Abbasov.
You can see the panic of Katastam as he tries to bridge out. Oh, he's able to secure the top position, scrambles out, gets back up to his feet, but Abbasov keeps the pressure on.
Katastam is wobbled. And eats another elbow from Abbasov. Abbasov stranger transitions downstairs and takes him down again.
Big shots landed by Abbasov. That's another takedown.
Katastam did not expect this, did not expect such an onslaught at the start of the 4th. But as we said earlier, Abbasov gets stronger as the rounds go on. And now into side control again. There's a cut to the side of the right eye of Sebastian Katastam, the champion.
I liked how he peeled Katastam away from the wall, used his own hands, spun him around to end up in this position right here. That's a high-level tactic just to keep Katastam's back away from the fence so he couldn't work his way back up.
What a start to this round from Abbasov.
Side control, he might be looking to pass over into mount, or he just might be comfortable to sit here again like he did last time.
Crowd and cheering every time Abbasov lands a knees.
Katastam's going to try to take that left leg and slide it into the belly of Abbasov so he can regain maybe half guard. Oh, but Abbasov realizes it, and because he's right above the corner, he grabs the leg that Katastam was trying to use and prevents him from retaining his guard. Now he's driving his in, making it ever so uncomfortable for him.
Which way does Katastam go from here?
Well, with that leg kind of grabbed like that, there's not a lot of places he can go. He can't spin onto that side like that. Now he can. Now he can turn onto his left side and start to use that wall to get back up. But the pressure of Kiamrian Abbasov is so impressive. It's just smothering him right now.
Still a long time to go. 2 minutes in this 4th round of 5. Great round so far for Kiamrian Abbasov. My word, did he come out firing.
Kadastam's trying to walk along the wall so he can pop his hips out, doing just that, but Abbasov realizes that body lock on his left arm, and he's not allowing Kadastam to go anywhere. But they're slippery. He might be able to turn into him and get out. Big thuddy knees landed to the side of Kadastam's body.
A lot of sweat on the canvas there. Another knee into the ribs of the champion.
Oh, I feel those knees just penetrating the ribs of Kadastam. That's his MO. That's how he likes to hurt people. Kadastam's getting beat with his own weapon as the crowd cheers him on.
They're enjoying it. Spare ribs, anyone? I think Kadastam's got a few.
It's like we're in a stadium in Thailand.
Still inside control. Kiamrian Abbasov dominating the champion, Sebastian Kadastam. 1 minute to go now, 4th of 5.
Dominant round from the challenger. But you can never count Kadastam out. He carries that knockout power everywhere he goes, even into deep water when he's exhausted.
I wonder if it goes to the 5th, if Kadastam will come out, all guns firing. As Abbasov did at the start of this round, totally shocked and awed Sebastian Kadastam.
These type of performances, these types of rounds that you have where you just dominate people, invigorate you. They give you surges of energy. You get your second win by having performances like that, and that's exactly what's happening for Kiamrian Abbasov.
A long time inside control, just dropping these knees all over the left side of the body of Sebastian Kadastam. Final 10 seconds. All scoring stuff here for Kiamrian Abbasov. He'll go into the 5th and final full of confidence. Okay, Mitch, let's play coach. First of all, if you're in the corner of that man, Sebastian Kadastam, what are you telling the champion to do?
He's got to be careful up against the cage. You can see exactly what Abbasov's trying to do. He's trying to punch his way, create that aggression, back him up, get his back against the wall, take him down from there. On the other side, Abbasov just needs more of the same. He needs to do exactly what he did there. It's hard to judge the takedowns. It's hard to say what kind of takedowns he's going to be looking for, because that beautiful side trip that he ended up with in the 3rd, and just more of that. But he's got it. Kadastam has got to stay away from keeping his back against the wall.
Kadastam taking a lot of damage in that 4th round. His right eye looks almost closed. 5th and final. 5 minutes remains to determine the welterweight champion of the world. A lot of swelling on the right eye of the champion Kadastam. What's he thinking right now? Does he come out smoking? Does he try and open up a chink in the armor? Great sportsmanship and respect. Two highly honourable athletes. But now it's time to let it all go. It's Abbasov who comes forward and jab to hook. Jab 2 from Kadastam, who could not have been impressed by his 4th round performance. Outside leg kick from Abbasov. Are we going to see the title change hands? As Abbasov gets caught with an overhand right.
It was a nice right hand landed by the champion. He needs a lot more of that.
Another overhand right from Kadastam, then Abbasov backs him off with a right of his own. Kadastam moving. Looks for a takedown of his own. He'd love to have Abbasov on his back. Posture up and work the hammer fist and the elbows around the jaw and the orbital of the man from Kyrgyzstan.
Oh no, I think his best chance is to keep it on the feet. I don't know why he's shooting for takedowns right now.
The elbows were effective in the opening round for Sebastian. We haven't seen them much since though, Mitch.
He's not quite in that distance. He's not quite in that range. There was one right there. That's when he needs to throw those elbows. When Kadastam's getting, or when Abbasov gets close, he can start firing those elbows in.
Spinning back fist, little snaking half uppercut there from Abbasov. His time against Sebastian Kadastam now. Is the champion trailing? Jab. Abbasov taking his time. Half-hearted front kick there from the challenger. Overhand elbow there from Kazakhstan Dragon.
He doubted his gas tank in the second, but Abbasov seems to have a full second win now. He's putting on a good performance as he attempts that side trip again.
Both men came in with 3 wins in a row. 3 finishes for Sebastian Kazakhstan. 92% finishing rate for the champ, 67% for the challenger. 12-4 Kazakhstan as he eats an uppercut off the right hand. 21-4 for Abbasov. Jab Kazakhstan. The average bout time in the last 18 matches of Abbasov, 9 minutes, 34 seconds. Average bout time, last 11 matches of Kazakhstan, 10 minutes, 91 seconds. Which I guess would be 11 minutes and 31 seconds. Jab again from the champ. Who's going to put the foot down with 2 minutes remaining? Jab to overhand right there from Kazakhstan. Needs to follow through. Needs to string together the punches, the combinations. Go for the jaw. Fire out the elbow. Sling the legs a little here of Abbasov. Overhand right from Abbasov. Didn't have the mustard behind it. It has been a training contest. It's taken its toll on both of these superb warriors. 2 tremendous stories of overcoming adversity in life. To be here at the very top of the sporting world, the top, the peak of the martial arts world. Only one will go home with it. Does it go back to Kyrgyzstan? Does it go back to Sweden?
Kazakhstan's having a lot of success here. He's starting to touch Abbasov, but Abbasov's very light on his feet, moving away and kind of rolling with the punches, not eating anything big.
Left hook there from Kazakhstan. Under a minute remaining now. Switcher starts to southpaw. Now back to orthodox. The crowd want to see a big tub thumper in the hands of Kazakhstan. Has he got it left in him? Can he bridge the gap as Abbasov dances away, now comes forward. Abbasov thought about a single leg. Just to keep Kazakhstan guessing. Half a minute now.
Kazakhstan's got 30 seconds. He can't just continue to dance like this, throwing these little pop shots. He's got to put some hurt onto these punches. Abbasov had 2 big rounds. That 3rd and 4th round were gigantic for Abbasov.
Uppercut. Overhand right there from Kazakhstan. Straight right hand to the jaw. Left hook from the champion. Trying to put the points down. Trying for a big finish. Turning back kick to the liver. Jump balk right hand. And it's the end. Kiamrian Abbasov, your new world welterweight champion. The reign of gold over the circle. And the reign of gold begins